Petrified fish. Look at this cool new box. I think it's still a cheaper version, but I do like the new little badging. I mean, it's pretty cool. What we got here? We've got a petrified fish Nightingale. It's PFE 06 WP in 14C 28N. Man, come on. Let's get a look. And all these boxes come sealed now. Yep. So, gotta unseal the deal. There we go. Got the logo on the top of the box. I mean, they did some badging, man. Proud of their stuff, for sure. Extra hardware. Got a petrified fish sticker. Cleaning cloth. And a white knife. How about it? I got white on purpose, just in case I wanted to purplefy it. Okay, come on, man. I'm going to move all this right away. So the G10 on this has got a really good texture. You see that texture? Very nice. Man, I hope my hands are clean, because this white will pick it up. What do you got there in the... What is that? I mean, there's some kind of logo there. I'm going to look under my magnifier. I do not know what that is. One of y'all may know. Yeah, 14C 28N. Looks like a front flipper, a top flipper, Spidey flick, thumb flick. Let's go with the Spidey flick first. I think I can get in there to it. Oh yeah. Wow. Jimping on the spine. Yeah, that Spidey flick is legit. Ooh. About a thumb flick. Yep. Alright, we're going to have to reach over. Ooh. Nope. How about a thumb flick? Front flip. There it is. A little stiff. Detent's a little stiff. Trying to get that. The Spidey flick is money. Thumb flick. I'm going to try that front flip again. There it is. It's got good jimping, so it's biting. But the detent's holding on pretty good right there. Let's try again. Yeah. But I'm a little more intentional, but that jimping's sharp, man. Look at it. It's digging in to get that. Just a few little shakes to get it to come down. I mean, maybe we improve that action. Gotta admit, I do like that blade shape. Yeah, I mean, you know how many times I've looked at this knife? I've looked at this knife a bunch and did not get it because, I don't know, sort of looked, I don't know. It just didn't have a knife look to me. And recently, I had an opportunity to pick this one up, and I was like, I've been looking at that knife for years. I'm just going to go ahead and get it. Let's take a hard look at one and see what we think. And, yeah, so the wrong side's coming out of that. Let's try this pocket clip. It's got a pin, helps locate that pocket clip. So it's recessed into the G10, but it's got a pin that keeps it set. So, yeah, pretty good. Nice way to manage it. versus just slapping it into that G10 and hoping it doesn't waller its way out of there. Definitely should come apart now. We did have to take one screw out of the other side, so. Yep, it pulled that pin up off there. I am going to try to get that pin loose and put it back in the other side. It's recessed in the backspacer, so rather than burn my finger trying to get that out, I'm just going to grab it. There's no reason that I can't grab it. Even if it scratches it a little, you'd never see it in there. All right. Now I'm going to, it's not captured anyway. I guess it makes sense. If it was captured, it would have came loose, right? I'm going to put it back in the other side. There's no real oil in here to speak of, so there we go. All right. Goodness. You know, of course, it's white, perfect candidate for a little bit of dye work, right? Yeah, let me get this off of here. Okay, now that side's on lockdown the way we want it. There we go. Okay, little wipe, little lube, we'll put it back together. I will say it's almost impossible to handle a white knife like this and keep it white. Good luck. But easy to clean. Can definitely just throw it in the sink, clean it with some Dawn, and it should clean up. I'm going to try to take just the tiniest little bit off of that right there. See if I can't get that top flipper to run a little better. Top flipper, front flipper. I think some lightweight oil is going to help a bunch because I think this was greased. I didn't really see any oil in here anywhere. Captured pivot. Got that recess in the liner, so we're going to put the cage side, the open side, down into that recess. Nope. Mm-hmm. And a little bit on that path of that detent ball. Oh, it's captured on the top and the bottom. It's captured in this scale as well. I'm going to put one screw in, and then we will check alignment or action, make sure everything is working right before I put the pocket clip back on. Locked up tight. Oh, boy, did that feel good. Oh, that was pretty tight. There it is. Without the pocket clip, I don't quite have the leverage on this knife. Yeah, everything's solid. I'm going to put this pocket clip back on. Oh, getting me. All right. Well, let's move all this peripheral eye candy out of the way. Let's get a good look at this knife. I think I want to wipe it. I mean, even though it's white, it's pretty. The gray is a good contrast to the white. The stonewash on the blade. The liner is that same stonewashed gray. I mean, I like it. But then the pivot is polished. The hardware is polished. And then it's polished over here. And I really like the way that they're doing their logo now. They've relegated it to the pivot. And occasionally you'll see something on the blade, like on this one, it shows it's got the PF number and then 14C28N, just super tiny up there. And I mean, I'm a fan. Good job. I mean, it's just another reason to like Petrified fish knives. I mean, there's a lot of other reasons, but it's another reason to like them. They clearly have an ear. There, see that? I got that top flipper now. Just got to be a little more intentional on where I'm at. Oh, I got it once, twice I think I got it. But, yeah, and understanding, like, yeah, put your logo in it, be proud of your knife. But, man, all that badging is just, it runs on to funky. It really does. The action on this knife, it's an A to an A minus. I'm struggling a little bit with that reach over, but man, I got my hands are rough. I don't have the strength in my hands that I used to, and I mean, the thumb flick is really nice. Drop shut. The Spidey flick is wonderful. Drop shut. Everything's locked up super tight. Access to the lock bar. This is lowered. This scale scalloped on the liner, and very intuitive to reach in and just disengage that. Yeah, very good. I like it. Ergonomics. It's just really comfortable in hand, man. Like all three of these fingers, this contouring just line right up in there. And then whether I'm behind this cutaway, this disc shovel out right here, which right here I'm solid, good jimping on the spine, good platform for the thumb, or I choke up a little bit. Either way, I'm really comfortable in this knife. It's got a great reverse grip. This is really confident. The joint of my thumb just locks in on this butt right here. Very confident grip there. And I can get here. It's not great. I can get here. The pocket clip gets hot, and I am really close to this edge right here. But I can get it. Let's check pocket clip. Thick material. Yeah, it run right over them, and it's a nice profile. It's got about a 1/4 inch sticking out on a milled titanium clip. It's pretty good. The hole affords some grip right there. It's got great tension in the pocket. You know, I wouldn't call it a dryer clip, but it's pretty solid. And then back in my spot, I like it. Yeah. I mean, it could use a little more tension, but I'm going to leave it be. Let's check for safety, make sure we don't have any blade contact. And I failed to mention that the liners are skeletonized. They've taken a lot out, so this knife is really lightweight. The tip is recessed, the scales, there's no contact. So, I mean, the clip's good, tip's good, and I'm confident I can handle this knife any way I want, and I'm not going to catch that sharp part. That detent to retain that blade in that handle in those scales is really solid. There's no way to shake that out of there. It's a good detent. Yeah. How about that 14C? I mean, it's kind of a toothy little edge. It's definitely sharp, but it's a little toothy. So, just a tiny little strop. Going to keep that angle high because I don't want to create a ghost down on that blade. I just want to get up on the bevel, dislodge any burr that's hanging out there. I mean, maybe I felt a little bump going through there. All right, let's check it again. Now, I'm not sharpening. I'm just removing a burr if there's one that's there, a micro burr. Ooh, feels pretty sticky. Feels pretty sticky. What we got? I mean, it's definitely sharp. It is a toothy sharp, though. But it's crazy sharp. It's just a little toothy. Could I fix that on a strop? 100% I could fix that. Probably on this right here. I could, a little bit on that ceramic and then strop work and take that right out of it. And that edge would be left wonderful. But I'm going to leave it be because this will probably be an open box item. Now listen, if you bought this from Timber's Edge Knives and you want, all you'd have to do is ask them, hey man, will you have him tighten up that edge? I'd be happy to do that for you, 100%. I mean, wouldn't take me no time at all to really kind of clean that up. But don't get me wrong. This knife is sharp. It's just a little toothy. Some guys like toothy, man. All right. Hey, price and availability. Where are we at? How much is one of these and where can we get it? Okay. I mean, I'm seeing these around just under $45 is what I'm finding these for. So, I mean, I don't know if you're down for white. If you wanted to dye the knife, this would probably be the best option. But outside of that, listen, I said it early on in this video that I'd seen this knife, I don't know how many times. And I always just kind of steered away from it. But as that goes, this thing is wonderful in hand. I really like the blade shape. I mean, it's just silly. It's a good knife, and 14C G10, excellent action, and it's under $45. I mean, it's a great value buy. Titanium pocket clip. Come on, pretty cool. Hey, I appreciate you watching, and till the next one.